Okay. Let's go. We're on page 270. Page 270. Yeah, Mishna Berura. Okay. David's back. He's not traveling today. He foresaw the future. Okay. He has certain abilities. Okay. Okay. Okay, we left off the Ramah. The Ramah says on 270 in Siman Tov Reish Samach Zayin that you're not permitted to prepare from Shmini Atzeres for Simchas Torah. You're not permitted because it's preparing from what? From Yom Tov Chol. And therefore he says, "V'chein osel hamid al shulchanos v'asapsolim bio babayis l'tzarech halaylo." You're not permitted to set up the tables and chairs on Shmini Atzeres for the nighttime. Davi achona. It's preparation. Tzarech Yom Tov shel Simchas Torah sofik cholu v'nimtza Yom Tov mechen l'chol. Yom Tov is preparing for a weekday. Okay, proti din ze ayin leosim kutov kuf gimel v'osel lo v'yayin mi Yom Tov l'chavero. Ubishas adchak, we left off. He says, but if a person's, because of the circumstances, he has no choice. Shlo yimtzo balayla bakal. You're not going to be able to find any wine at nighttime. Mutulav yayin v'cheimayim yom tov l'chavero. You're permitted to bring the wine and the water that's be needed at nighttime. Rak shetzorch loviyo ba'od yom gadol. But when you bring it, you should bring it earlier in the day. Lo mukach milso de'efsher tzorch adayin l'tzorch hayom, because it's not obvious that you're doing it in preparation for the next day. Because it's earlier in the day, you're able to partake of it on the day itself. That's the Gemara in Beya. When you transport something, you should transport it not the way you normally transport. But literally to do it for the weekday, you're not permitted. Yesh lomar, dav tzorch mitzvah muter. You're not permitted to make the beds for Shabbos, on Shabbos to prepare for the weekday. We're talking yes, so there, Eretz is not a problem, because there you're preparing on Hoshana Rabbah. We're talking about that's what we're talking about. Even though it's Yom Tov and you're preparing for Shmini for Simchas Torah, if you have a situation where unless you No. We're talking, unless you actually prepare wine on Shmini Atzeres, you're not going to have wine on Simchas Torah. It says you're permitted. So he says, but if you do it earlier in the day. Don't do it right before the end of the day, because then it's obvious you're preparing for the next day. You bring it earlier, you say, well, you can partake of it on Shmini Atzeres. But if you do it right at the end of the day, you're bringing the wine, it's for tomorrow. Therefore, that you're not permitted to do. Now we're talking about the Gaboyim here. Person wants to be golel, right? Roll to the right location. And you want to roll Sefer Torah on Shabbos for Yom Tif. Tomorrow's Yom Tif. And today was one reading, tomorrow's be another reading. Are you permitted to prepare the Sefer Torah today for tomorrow? He says you're not permitted. To be golel on Shabbos, to find the location for Yom Tif. Also, b'Shabbos shu yerev Yom Tif, chem Yom Tif l'chavero, one day to the next. Right? You have 2 day Yom Tif. You want to be golel on day A, day 1 for day 2. You're not permitted to do this. That's hachona. We're talking about it's a different reading. V'chein osa lahamid v'skimu achron dafka l'sadron dahainu lo niach hatavlo raglayim. In those days, you had the legs, and you have a tabletop you put on top. But just to bring it into the house, that means to arrange it, to set up the table, you shouldn't. What about if you need the table in the house on Yom Tov? For whatever reason, you want to arrange things. You just want the house to have a settled look. Then you're permitted. You're permitted to arrange the furniture in the house. You want to have the house should have a lived-in look. For instance, there's certain things you're permitted to eat in the house on Shmini Atzeres, correct? Anything which you're not required to eat in the sukkah, you're permitted to eat in the house on Shmini Atzeres. So therefore, you have a table, chairs, you want to set up, you want to have a glass of tea. You want to eat less than a beya of mazonos. Yeah, but it's encouraged, you shouldn't. But on Shmini Atzeres, you don't have to. You eat it in the house. So you need a table, you need chairs, you have to sit down. Right? You want to eat fruit. You eat fruit in the house. You don't have to go in the sukkah to eat the fruit. So therefore, you don't have to just, you just eat standing. So therefore, you want the house to have a settled look. So you could have set up the chairs, the tables, whatever's needed. It's not a problem. Okay, a little further. Leil Shmini Atzeres Omi Betfila V'Siten Lono Es Yom Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. What do you say? The Mechaber says Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. Hagov Onu Nogin Shein Omrim Chag V'Shmini. The Rambam says we don't refer to Shmini Atzeres as Chag. Lo Matzin V'Shum Mokom Shnikra Chag. We don't find Shmini Atzeres ever referred to as Chag. Ela Omrim Yom Shmini Atzeres. One says the day of Shmini Atzeres, Yom. One doesn't say Chag Shmini Atzeres. Ubechutz Loretz Ochlen Basukkah Balaylo Ubayom. Outside of Eretz Yisrael, one eats in the sukkah in the evening and during the daytime. They should Sveika Sofek Shvi. It's a question of maybe the seventh day. Shmini Atzeres may be the seventh day. Vein Bevorchem Al Shivoso. Right? One doesn't say Leishi Basukah. Umekachin V'Omrim Zman. And when you say Kiddush, you say Shechiyonu for Shmini Atzeres. We have no choice. Because we have no choice. You have to acknowledge it. Well, what about when you say Shmini Atzeres? You're in the sukkah, you're saying Shmini Atzeres. Okay? Let's see the Mishna Berura. Leil. Ein lekvoa suda min amidcho ktanu lamalo. You should not set a meal, a permanent meal that's washing, and all that, from mincha ktano, kedleil simtov kuf chavtes, if aleph bago, kedesh yochav laila teovo. This is the Mishnah at the beginning of Arvi Psochim. Right? If from 9 3/4 hours in the day, you should not wash to eat a meal, Erev Yom Tov. Because if you eat, you can be sated, you're not going to eat the evening meal with an appetite. People, they eat and they sate themselves and they drink to a point that they're not able to eat the Suda at night. What if it's mistakenly, rather than saying Yom Shmini Atzeres Hazeh, he said Yom Sukkos Hazeh, Oka Raglov, and then he stepped out of Shmon Esrei, and Tzorch Lachzor. Does he have to repeat the Shmon Esrei? Because he didn't say the right insertion. Yesh Deos Beit Achronim, there's an argument among a number of opinions. I'm Shari Tshuva, Chadi Odom Klal Chovches, Din Tezvov, Kuli Almo, Im Losim HaBrocho. If he did not conclude, he did not finish the Brocho, let's say he didn't say Mekadosh Yisrael Vazmanim, right? And now it's a question of going back. Definitely, you should go back and correct it. Tzorch Lasuk Titin Lono V'Loma Kogen Shmini Chag Atzeres Ein Pri Begodim Sheishloma Atzeres below Heg. You don't Shmini Ho Atzeres. You say Shmini Atzeres. Marshal V'Tas Kosli Yishloma Shmini Atzeres Chag Hazeh. You should say, although the Ramos says you don't mention Chag, because Chag is not associated, they say you should say Shmini Atzeres Chag Hazeh. Aval Avush Kos Chmosh Kos P'Shulchan Aruch Hein Hiskem Eli Rabo Shem Pabel Rishon B'Yeragro, that you say Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. I think Shmini Chag Atzeres. We say Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. What? What do we say? That's right. We say Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. That's Ashkenaz. Shmini Chag Atzeres Hazeh. We don't go because they argue. Some say you should even say it as the Mechaber, Chag preceding Atzeres. Yeah, but the Mechaber says Chag Ho Atzeres. No. Shmini Chag Ho Atzeres. Right. Okay, look, can't argue Torah V'das grammar, 6th grade, with the expert in the Hebrew grammar. Okay. 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 You can have off tomorrow. Discuss with David tomorrow. Lo motzin b'shumokum shnikra chag. Kama achronim hisid al zeh. He says many they disagree with the Ramah. I mean, the Ramah says you don't find the word chag ever associated with Shmini Atzeres. Many they question this. The Hebrew Beroyos, the Shmini Atzeres Bikri Chag. You find many locations that is referred to as chag. Al kein lintos mashkos mechaber. Therefore, one should say it as the mechaber says. Shmini Chag Atzeres says. Of course, every day's different. Well, every day's a different. No. You don't have. No, the chagiga that you didn't bring during Yom Tov, you could bring on Shmini Atzeres. That's why it's called Pazek Kashov. It's connected, but yet it's not connected. It has its own identity, but simultaneously, you could bring the korban of Sukkot, the chagiga, you could bring it on Shmini Atzeres. It doesn't have its own chagiga. No, that's the korban tzibur. Chagiga is a personal korban. The festival offering is personal. That's a communal offering. Every day has its own korban. Shmini Atzeres has its also. Shmini says you don't bring the 7 days correspond to the 70 nations, the bulls. The 8th day it's one, and the kvosim are half, the sheep that are brought. Okay. Balaylo bayom. Right? After one eats the meal during the daytime, we take leave of the sukkah and we stay in the house. But if a person requires the sukkah, a person wants to eat bread. You're not eating a set meal, then you have to go back to the sukkah. Right? What do we eat in the sukkah on Shmini Atzeres? Because it's a Svekar Yoma. So it's a Safik Doraisa. 7 days you must eat in the sukkah. So the 8th day may be the 7th day. Safik Doraisa l'chumro. Right? Many say if that's the case, if one sleeps in the sukkah during the 7 days, you should sleep in the sukkah for the same reason. For whatever reason we don't, those reasons apply during the 7 days. But if a person doesn't rely on those leniencies, and he does sleep in the sukkah, right? So then you should sleep in the sukkah on Shmini Atzeres, same Svekar Yoma. That was the position of Vilna Gaon. One should not sleep in Shmini Atzeres, not at night, not during daytime. So because then you're identifying it as one of the 7 days. So what about eating and drinking? If you eat and drink in the sukkah, it's not obvious that you're eating in the sukkah. You're there to do the mitzvah. So it's not an open contradiction to Shmini Atzeres. You're eating there, you want it to be more airy. But sleeping, it's definitely more comfortable sleeping in the house than sleeping outside in the sukkah. Comfort-wise, right? You're going from Diras Keva to Diras Arai. Sleeping-wise, there's no question. When you're sleeping, the person prefers greater comfort. And the custom is not like the grov. The minhag is not to sleep in the sukkah. For the same reason, one doesn't eat fruits, like I mentioned. Fruits or eat a small amount of mazonos, you eat it in the house. You don't go out. Because you make it obvious you're going there because you're identifying the day as what? As the 7th day. If you're eating bread less than the volume of an egg, also you have no obligation. So machmir, during the 7 days we eat there. This is the principle. Anything during Sukkot, we don't say Leisha Basukah. Those items we don't eat in the sukkah. We eat in the house. So then it's easy to bring the tables and the chairs. So we're speaking about you could even eat bread as long as you can eat less than a bay of bread, or you want to have tea and cake, fruit, whatever. You want to host guests, you do it in the house. So if the furniture's in the sukkah, so definitely you're able to bring the furniture, the chairs, the tables into the house. No, bread. He says, and he says very logical, the bachilas pers chaygav dvorim sheichayov mitzaradin yochalasus b'shmini atzeres kama sheyirtze baiso b'sukkah. You could eat as much fruit, cake, as long as you're not kaveh suda, because you don't say unless you eat a substantial amount. To be continued.